What's up, you guys? We are here for week 3 of praxis. And we're just gonna dive right into it out here in my room. Doing our best. Okay. So, I watched the TED Talk. I've seen it before. I think I watched it in high school. Yeah, let's just dive into the questions. Okay. What do you believe? If this video resonated with you, what would it look like to try and shift your communication from what, how, why to why, how, what? I feel like I tend to think like this already not because I've seen this video before, but part of it is that I've seen this video before. But in high school, I had a lot of teachers that were always talking about why, like it was never the what. So I think I've always been like pretty curious as to like what I believe in, what I stand for. I think I believe that life is about like making the most of it in the sense of like greatest good for the greatest amount of people. Not even greatest good for greatest amount, but greatest like trying to make everyone happy. I think that like it is possible in some utopian future to have everyone like not struggling. I think it's possible today. I just think there's a lot of like systematic boundaries stopping that in every country through the entire world. But I think that ultimately like everyone's has a reason to be here in the sense that like everyone can contribute to making the world a brighter place. In what ways did or didn't your beliefs or your why influence your choice for your internship? I think it influenced it a lot. I think my why of like trying to make the world better for everyone has so much to do with invest. I think if I went by my what, I would have gone with KG&U because I really liked the speaking and everything. But thinking about why I'm doing this, why I want to like have such an impact, like making invest something that like everyone knows about, and like the beliefs and what we learn, something that's like accessible to everyone is really important. So I think that influenced me in terms of choosing invest over like KG&U for sure. Yeah. How does or doesn't your internship site communicate the why to potential supporters, volunteers, staff members, funders, and the greater community? I think within invest we obviously communicate the why. I think it could be a lot stronger in terms of like communicating outwards. Like no one knows really what invest is. I usually have to tell my friends about it. And I think like being a more prominent like known group on campus would be really cool. And I think that's something with like the video I really want to do. And doing my internship and stuff, like my friends are already like asking about like the gala and stuff and like if they can come and things like that, which is really cool to see people want to like be involved in something that I'm involved in that I love so much. But yeah. Have you noticed ways that this has or could impact their visibility, reach, and ability to fulfill their mission in the community? I just think it needs to be more known, like what invest is. And we already do so much that it's hard for us to like do more outreach and more work, but I think maybe doing more things on campus or having like another event that we do on campus that like people know is like invests would be really cool. Yeah. In what ways does or doesn't invest in the individuals you've been exposed to in our organization communicate our core beliefs? I kind of already talked about that. I feel like everyone in invest is pretty solid in doing that, but I think that there could be more like outwards exposure. In your short time with both of these organizations, how do you see any room for improvement in communicating the why? How about in your personal life, your personal why? So I'm going to focus on the personal life. I think I've become a lot more strong in communicating my why. I think like people have always known me as someone who like thinks about that stuff and like has not like an agenda but like a reason for doing what they do. And I think in college it's been kind of difficult. It's just been like more challenging to do that. Like one of my best friends, like my roommate, sometimes like doesn't care and I'm like okay. But like I know she does, but like I don't know, sometimes communicating that to people that I care about, if they're not always wanting to receive it, or don't receive it the way that I want them to can be challenging, because sometimes I want to do more than just, like, get stupid. Like, I want to, like, I don't know, work on my internship, or I want to, like, think about these things that we're learning and, like, talk about them, not just, like, have, like, a wild time, you know? I don't know. So that can be difficult, but just trying to, like, when I do talk about my why and, like, feel like I'm living out my why, I feel a lot happier, I feel a lot more content in my life, and I feel like, I just feel better about myself. So I think just, like, remembering that and reinforcing that and creating that pattern of, like, living a life that feels meaningful to myself, has been what I've been trying to improve on. Moving forward, how might you try to lead with the why when discussing your participation and invest in your internship? I mean, I just try to do it every day, like, in my interactions with people, like, caring about people. I think my sorority, like, living with 64 girls, you see a lot of breakdowns, and I go through a lot of breakdowns, but I think just trying to support people when I am present for them, and being present in them and in their pain and their struggles is really important, because I think so much of the world, like, doesn't take time to do that for other people, even people close in their lives, and I think it's been a really good experience living with so many people and getting close with so many people, and being like, I care about you, I want you, like, I think that all people deserve, like, to be content or to find contentness, and just trying to, like, support people in the sense of, like, not giving that to them, but just, like, being there for them while they're trying to find it and letting them know that you're there for them regardless of where they are in that journey. The words for thought were people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. It's kind of hard when it's all relating back to buying things. I think it's not just about people buying why you do it, but people supporting why you do it, which he talked about in the video in terms of, like, MLK and stuff. But yeah, I think so much of the world is just, like, very caught up in what's next and not looking at what's the present and how to fix the present. And we are a world full of hopeless romantics who just think that it's all going to come together. But it comes together through people doing individual moving parts. But I'm thankful for Invest and the fact that I get to be a part of that. So that's all for this week 3 of Praxis. Thanks for tuning in. Leave a comment, leave a like, click the subscribe button down there, over there. I don't know where it is. And Allie's the only one watching this, so Allie, you should subscribe to my YouTube channel. But anyway, that's it for today. Can't seem to press the stop button.